Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. And this is my review of Sheffield United, Sheffield United versus Arsenal. I think maybe some of you are probably a little bit surprised that we're doing like a live review. And just thought we'll probably change it up a little bit. We've been away. Of course, Arsenal have been away because it was the international break. And we thought, yes, we'll take a break as well. But yeah, so this is our review of Monday Night Football. Yes, for the second time again this season, Monday Night Football is back. Arsenal are going to be in action at Bramall Lane again. And just looking at the stats at this moment in time, we've got Sheffield United, who currently stand at 15th position or 15th place, and Arsenal are or were third. They're now fifth after the Premier League games we saw yesterday. And just looking at some more stats, just kind of bring it up here. Haven't done this in quite a while, so just bear me a second. Yeah, the last time that we actually faced the Blades in the Premier League was in 2006, and we beat them 3-0, and it was William Gallas and scoring his first, unbelievable, his first goal for Arsenal. And it was a goal by own goal by Phil Jagielka, and one by the king himself, Thierry Henry. And some more stats as well. It's the last 6 meetings have only produced 2 wins for Arsenal. That's very, very it's underwhelming, isn't it? Really, I'm kind of really surprised. And I'm just wondering how we're going to fare, or how we're going to do, or how is the match going to be played out. Actually, you know what? Chris Wilder he's done really, really good things with the Blades. I know they currently stand in 15th position, but when you look at the record, I think that's going to play in maybe some of the players' minds. I'm just kind of a little bit fearful that we might again find ourselves tripping up against opponents that really we should be beating. And I don't have the figures in regards to how much they've actually spent over the seasons. That's Sheffield United I'm talking about. But again, I'm just kind of fearful that Arsenal might trip up over themselves when really they should be running out and out winners. But again, we know in the Premiership that there can be no games that are a given. You have to fight tooth and nail for every single game. And I'm always one not to look so far ahead. It can only be on a game by game situation or basis. Chris Wilder's, I've got hand on the heart, I've not seen too much of Sheffield United. The little bits I have seen has been on Match of the Day or on YouTube. So can I really go by that? But it looks like their fullbacks are their main attack. Don't seem to be too much up front, but we have to be mindful. I know Tierney is back in. He's back in the first team, but whether he's going to feature or not on Monday, it's going to be something completely different. I don't really know. For Arsenal, we've got Laka back, thank goodness. The hitman, Lacazette. Again, we've got Tierney back, holding his back. Bellerin, I think, is still a little bit off. Some time, coming back into the first team. But again, I'm just a little bit fearful that we might just trip ourselves up on the game on Monday. In regards to the 11 that I would personally play, it would be Leno in goal. Right back, I'm going with Chambers. Centre backs, I'm going with David Luiz with Holding. Left back, Tierney. I'm not sure whether he will play all the 90 minutes, but there could be a case for Saeed Kolasinac to come in and just kind of back him up. In front of the back four, I've gone for Granit Xhaka. again, we can talk about the situation until the cows come home, really. But Unai Emery, for all his faults, he's got us into this position where we were in third place. And I imagine not a lot of you would complain if we won the Premier League with this style, whatever the style is. And he's kind of made it a little bit tough on himself, but he's made Granit Xhaka the captain. So we have to get behind the team, get behind his decision, come hell or fire. And yeah. So that's it. So Xhaka paired with Guendouzi. Now Guendouzi, for me, is an enigma. I know he's played quite well. Up to this point, he's done very, very well. And I guess he is our in-form midfielder. So Xhaka is going to be paired with Matteo Guendouzi. Right side, I've gone for Pepe stroke Aubameyang. Now, this is based on whether Lacazette is going to feature. And again, I think he will feature. I know some people seem to disagree with the fact that, Aubameyang doesn't play or seem quite confident or comfortable when he's on the wings. He's our top scorer, isn't he? He's our top scorer. So I've got Pepe stroke Aubameyang on the right-hand side. Left side, I've gone with Xhaka. In the number 10 row, I've gone with Dani Ceballos. We'll talk about him after I've gone through my lineup. And in the strikers role, I've gone with Lacazette, who will bring that hold-up play and bring in all the other players into play. Right, so in regards to Dani Ceballos, there's been some talk about him doing a 360 degrees U-turn, allegedly, that now he wouldn't mind seeking a permanent move at Arsenal. If it is true, personally, for one, I would welcome him with open arms. The news did include some bits and pieces about he's not suited to the Premiership. He doesn't have the physicality to last the pace. If you're good enough, which he clearly is, why not? Why not? So again, if the talk is true that he's possibly seeking a permanent move at Arsenal, I would go for it. I would go for it. Lacazette, yeah, I saw what's it, the behind the scenes video that Arsenal sometimes upload on their website there, and he looks quite sharp, but nothing really can compare to in-game play. When you're playing in the game, that's the real test of your fitness level. So a match that's what they call it, match fitness. But if he is going to feature on Monday, again, that's another player that we've missed him, but we've done very, very well without him. It's not that we can do without him, because he's one of our main strikers. So I personally would have him up front. Again, when the ball comes to him, play to his strength, hold up the ball. And Pepe on the right-hand side. Guys, whether you agree with me or not, let me know in the comments box. And yeah, I think Xhaka probably needs... Does Saka need a goal? I don't think so. I think he's done very, very well. He's done very, very well. So he deserves to be slightly ahead of Gabriel Martinelli. Gabriel Martinelli, I would love him to be... He should be on the bench. He should be on the bench. There's no Mesut Ozil. I know he did the interview. I'm not going to go into it. Does he deserve to be on the bench? Again, I'll leave it up to your discretion, or whatever you think there. So that's my 11. I'm not going to tell you my prediction just yet. What I'm going to say to you guys, if you're watching it now live or at a later date, make sure you subscribe to Cannon Fodder TV if you've not seen us before, and make sure you hit the bell notification button as well. We've got fan comments coming back on the 28th, Monday the 28th, which is Monday segments. Wednesday, we've got the Voice of Reason this Wednesday, and Friday, we've got the Easy Talk coming back as well. So those are the 3 segments there. In regards to my prediction, I always try and be honest. Of course, I want Arsenal to win. But personally, Monday Night Football, with the wind and the rain, and the Arsenal machinery still not It's still not clicking. There's still certain elements of the team not firing all cylinders. We've got Tierney coming back. We've got Laka coming back. We've got Pepe who's still trying to find his feet there. So for me, my prediction is going to be a 1-1 draw. Yeah, that's my prediction for the match on Monday. Let me quickly just get into the comments box of the chat and let's see who's up at this time. Got Arsenal fan circle. Ray, good morning, Ray. Are you up so early? What time is over in the States? Is it 6 o'clock? You must have been watching the, was it the rugby? No, it can't be the rugby. It was because it was Wales playing. But anyway, did a quick search. 40 million. Okay, they're spending. Right, okay. Looks like Laka will be on the bench. Up at 5 a.m. here, trying to get my back moving. Again, hurt my back yesterday. Oh, my goodness. All right, well, Ray, from us, kind of for TV, make sure you get better. Just convalesce. Just take it easy. Your prediction is a 2-1 win here. Yeah, I think we're going to have the post international break blues, and just throwing a bit of wind and rain on the Monday night up there in Sheffield at Bramall Lane. So yeah, I think we'll see. So that's my prediction, guys. You can let me know in the comments box at later date or now if you want to come to the chat. And it's quite early on a Sunday morning, even more earlier for Ray from Arsenal Fan Circle. And also make sure you go over there and subscribe to his channel, because we've got the channel prediction game where if you predict the correct score, you get 3 points, and I think it's 1 point for predicting the score, and then no points, nil point for a loss. So there you go. There you go. Anything else do I have to report? I think, what else was I going to talk about? I wasn't going to talk about Mesut Ozil. I think we've done enough chat about Mesut Ozil on the channel, and on the fan base always seems to go into meltdown. Do you see Tierney and Bellerin starting? Bellerin, no, not for me. I think he's still a little bit off fitness for me, match fitness that is, and I think Chambers has been a real revelation in the right back position there. So, given a choice, I think it's only down to fitness. I would have Chambers in my starting 11. And Tierney, I hope Tierney's going to start. I think for Arsenal to win, because I did put that in the title if you're watching on the YouTube channel now live rather than on the other platforms there. In the title, I do say Arsenal to secure 3 points and that if is down to if we start out of the blocks very, very quickly and put the game out of reach of Sheffield United and Chris Wilder's team there. So yeah, that's my thoughts there on Tierney and Bellerin. I feel Martinelli is a shade ahead of Saka. In what regards, Ray? Are you literally just based on what he brings, i.e., that he never gives up running, or is it based on the game, the goals that he scored there? Why do you think he's ahead of Saka? Yep, Chambers has been absolutely excellent. Like I said, a real revelation there. Yeah, there was something else I was going to talk about. I completely forgot. Yeah, again, just based on form at the moment. Yeah, I think Guendouzi does shade it ahead of Lucas Torreira. However, Lucas Torreira in the international break, he played very, very well. So we'll see. What else? Was something else? I completely got it out of my head. Yeah. Anyway, so Arsenal are now in 5th place. Just going by the games after, actually yesterday, and Sheffield United are in 15th. Again, Arsenal can secure 3 points if they start out the blocks very, very quickly. And again, the Arsenal machine still needs oiling. It still needs refining, and we'll see. We'll quickly go back into the chat for the last time. Looks like Emery has sacrificed. Oops, actually, you know, I completely forgot to put it on the screen. Looks like Emery has sacrificed something to gain better results. Yeah, and Martin has more endeavour about him, I feel. Yeah, and I think with that endeavour, Ray, you know, he's scored two braces. So it's a difficult one. It's a real difficult one. But you know, again, this is where Unai Emery is going to earn, you know, his corn, as it were, his money. That he has to make the decision, and hopefully he'll make the right decision. So, would you start with Martinelli, or would you start with Saka, Ray? Just like Arsenal on Monday, when you hurt your back, you need to face the pain. Face the pain. Hopefully, the pain will be inflicted more on Sheffield United than on Arsenal. Um, I was hoping to be at the next Europa League game this Thursday. I think we're playing against Victoria, but unfortunately, I didn't get a ticket. I've got other things actually I need to do, so I won't be there covering the match, as it were. And just one more. Ray has says start Martinelli. Yeah, I think it makes more sense because if I'm saying we have to start out the blocks very, very quickly, given the choice between Saka and Martinelli, you're right. You know, Martinelli has a little bit more oomph behind him. So yeah, I guess yeah. So you got me bang to rights. Okay. All right. Any more comments? You guys want to say anything else? I know there's two of you who woke up very early to come and view us on Cannon 4 TV this quite early in the morning. Again, we're probably going to cut down on doing like pre-recorded reviews. It does take a lot of work to get all the graphics and rendering the video, but we'll do a little bit of both. You know, live reviews and pre-recorded edited reviews as well. Just put it in the mix. And again, remember, Mondays is usually the fan comments, but there's no fan comments tomorrow. We'll have the Voice of Reason back on Wednesday with my brother Raz, and Friday will be the Easy Talk with a panel of guests. Should be interesting stuff. I think we've got IG back with the colourful Glenn and maybe one other guest as well. But yeah, so I think that's it. That's it from me. Thanks for keeping me. Thanks for keeping me entertained. No problem. Again, guys, don't forget to go over and make sure you subscribe to Arsenal Fan Circle. Give them your predictions, or you can drop the predictions here in the comments box. But anyhow, you have been watching Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. Monday night football, rain and wind up there in Sheffield.